took them.
Hi, everyone.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
everyone. How are y'all? Doesn't that music just make you want to get up and
It
boogie
does.
woogie? I know. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well,
So,
obviously, Froggy vacated her front row seat because I pulled her right up. I didn't want her to get that old messy buttery popcorn in the back of her head, Heidi.
I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah. Good morning, Heidi and little Carrie, lurking and waking up, late night packing. Oh, sweetheart. Goodness gracious. There's my Michelle. Good morning, Sam. Family here in the lounge down under, baby blanket on my hook and coffee in my cup. And oh,
Wow.
sweetheart, you and Froggy seem to have the same problem today.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam. Hope your headache goes away. Doing pretty good. Me too. It's one of those lingering ones that comes and goes, but it could be worse. You're absolutely right, sweetheart. Good morning, Heidi. How are you doing? Oh, sweetheart, you go right ahead and lurk because I know what shawl you're working on.
Thank you, Heidi.
Sam, here's a question about us versus, the U.S. versus Australia lingo. What do you call a Venetian inhaler for short? Here we call them puffers.
I don't know what a Venetian one is, but uh,
Isn't that what
an,
it says?
an asthma inhaler. I got to go up and look and see what it says. An asthma inhaler. My husband calls it his puffer.
Is puffer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not Venetian.
Oh, a Ventolin. That's
Yeah.
Ventolin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband calls
Now
it his.
focus in. There
He
you go. See, I knew you was working on that, Kraken. Heidi, I'm actually going to be making two because Shell asked for one now. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, Sam. Hello, Barbara. How are you doing, sweetheart? And there's Sarah. I'm excited the package from you will finally be here today after. Oh, my word. Heidi, I am so sorry, sweetheart. Well, I got a package horror story for you guys. So, Puffer.
Where's my package at? Is it still in Chicago?
Oh.
I don't know where your package is. I honestly don't. I gave up trying to look for that puppy. So I ordered some Tunisian needles from AliExpress.
Oh.
I ordered them on April the 8th. They were supposed to be here on the 22nd. Yes. Oh, I am so upset.
You mean these?
Yes.
Okay.
And the blues.
I got mine blue too.
Mm-hmm. So they finally clear customs and they're in the United States. But I keep getting these emails that the carrier will not deliver to the address I've given them. So I give them a post office box number. Everything's good. 2 days later, the carrier will not deliver to the post office. We need a physical address. So I change it back to the physical address. And now they're saying that the carrier will not deliver to the physical address.
Why won't they deliver it to your address?
I have no idea. So I finally found a phone number and I called, talked to this really sweet lady. And I told her what was going on. And I'd be more than happy to forward on to her the email addresses I've been, bouncing back and forth. And she said, I don't understand. I'm trying to get some Tunisian needles that I ordered through AliExpress. And she said, we've never had an issue with our carriers. I don't know what's going on, but I will look into it for you. That was 2 days ago. So I am almost to the point where I just want to tell them, cancel. I don't care what you do with them. I just want my money back and I'm done. Lacey May. Lacey. It's okay. I'm sorry, guys.
Hi, Rumor.
Oh, goodness. Hello, Loomer. How are you doing, sweetie? Thank you for getting here. Well, that's where I'm going next. I mean, just so angry, but I do hope that I'm able to get these particular ones. And at this point, I don't even care if I have to pay a little bit more. I mean, honestly, I just. So anyhow, that's my horror story on shipping at the moment. So I do hope everyone is having a great Thursday. We are, the weekend is peeking at us from around the corner. Today is National Help the Animals Day. Now, folks, we always talk a lot about helping, excuse me, dogs, cats. I mean, pets. But this particular day focuses in on all animals. Good morning, Mary. Lana, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, you're not late. Remember, just so long as you show up, that's all we ask for.
Little Carrie, would you use my Amazon link? It's on my About page. It won't cost you anything. If you could just click my Amazon link and then go shopping for whatever you need, I'd really appreciate it. I'm getting ready to lose my Amazon affiliate if people don't start shopping through my Amazon link. Sorry.
It's all right. So anyway.
Thank you, Loomer.
Little Carrie, no news yet about hubby's job. We're losing a bit of hope in the waiting since they said it would be Wednesday. Honey, don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah, but I would suggest, and he may already know this, that there is nothing wrong with him calling back and thanking them for the interview. Yeah. And if there's anything else they need from him, to make him a better candidate, so to speak, that he'd be more than happy to provide it. And then that's always a good way for them to politely say that he's either still in the running or they've already made their choice. So you might let him in on that little bit of information. Good morning, Amy. How are you doing, sweetheart? So I know that it is very easy for us to want to support our local animal shelters.
Thanks, Carrie. I didn't know.
I got, but thanks for the heads up on your official link. There you go. Yeah. I know we see lots of videos, especially about elephants. Oh my goodness. How you can support them because of the poaching situation. I mean, because that's always horrible. But there are animals here in the United States, folks,
with
that yes.
I love it.
If you remember last year, Carrie introduced us to, I'm going to probably say it wrong, Phahlo. Is that right? Fahlo?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if I pronounced it correct. Yeah. And
Mara introduced me.
Okay. Yeah. What is it? $25? The only reason why I'm questioning is because I got one for my grandson last year. He follows a tiger, and he's expecting to get another bracelet for another animal this year for his birthday. So I'm going to have to go out there and do some research for him. But $25, one-time donation. That's it. You get to pick an endangered animal on the list. It's always so cool. Good morning, Me. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us today. Our topic is about helping the animals. But there are other ways that you can help animals even just in your own neighborhood. I talk a lot about animal shelters and how we can drop off an extra bag of food, whether it's for dogs or cats. Your local animal shelter might even take in other pets as well, like birds, lizards, rabbits. There's all sorts of animals that many animal shelters and rescue shelters take in. And they're always willing to have, take in any donations, whether it's monetary or it's, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat, Froggy.
I'm right here.
So, but I want to give you some other ideas. We've talked about crocheting items. We've talked about dropping off food. We've talked about money. Have you ever thought about volunteering? Good morning, little Rita. How are you? I've missed seeing you.
Hey,
Good morning,
Rita.
Rita.
I love that you've made it today too, sweetheart. Oh, now little Carrie C, isn't that a great idea? Carrie says her mother is thinking about volunteering at the Humane Society to help with her grief after losing her dog recently. I think it's a great idea. Oh, yes, it is. Nanny G.
Hey, Mammy G.
Hey, Mammy G.
But you know me by now.
Oh my.
Oh,
Good to see you, sweetie.
oh, that's right, sweetheart. I've been praying up a storm for you. I'm so glad that you're here. That's another great thing. Whenever you do lose a pet, consider donating, whether it's to a friend or to your animal shelter. But one other idea that's become very popular, especially in the bigger areas that are overcrowded with so many animals, is to volunteer to go and take them for a walk. Dogs, they are in kennels, and yes, they do have, some of them have runways in which to run in and out, but just to be able to go and take a dog that, of course, is vetted and is okayed by the Humane Society. Whether you take and walk it around there in the parking lot, you're okay to take it across the street to a park, just whatever. And you can do that on a voluntary basis. You can even sign up for a schedule to do that. Good morning, Laura. How are you, sweetie?
Hey,
Thank
Laura.
you for joining us. You can even volunteer to go and sit with the cats. Many places have open areas where cats can come and be in a community type situation. Many times folks will go in and just sit down, and that the cats love human contact just like dogs do. But many times people will gravitate more to dogs than they will to the cats. Well, many organizations are set up now where there are rooms where they allow certain cats and kittens to go in and mingle and have people come in and just sit with them. There's also sanctuaries around the country for other types of animals: horses, donkeys, rabbits, birds. I mean, there are so many organizations out there in which we can reach out locally, statewide, clear across the country if you want. There are some organizations that will post saying, we've rescued this little donkey. They need a sponsor, which basically means someone who is willing to help with the food, help with the veterinarian bills, that kind of thing. And you can adopt a donkey, or you can adopt a horse. You can adopt a bear. You can, you know what I mean? There's just so many places in which you can help our animals. Even, and I just found this out, here in Texas, in Corpus Christi, we have a huge saltwater aquarium where people can come and, see not only the fish that are indigenous to our area here in the Gulf, but of course, there's other animals that have been brought in from other areas. But you can donate to your local aquarium,
Yes.
to your local zoo. there's just so many ways in which we can help animals. And, it's just a shame that over time, whether it be through evolution, whether it be from man's need to expand, it doesn't matter. We have lost a lot of species. We just really, really have. And I think if there is any way in which we can help preserve what it is that we have, whether it be physically, monetarily, I just think that it's within our best interest for future generations to be able to save as many of the animals that we have right now.
Okay.
Rita says, I'm almost done with everything I can get done before hubby is back home tomorrow night. Okie dokies.
Where I live in southwestern Virginia, we have several programs that are done for volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
One, we have a veterinary college, university actually. Virginia Tech University is a veterinary school. And there is a huge hospital there where animals are even flown in to be cared for.
Right.
It's set up like a human hospital with patient rooms and all this, and everything from large animals to the smallest animal is cared for there. And one of the things we have here is the virtual adoption, where you don't take the animal home, but you provide monetarily everything that animal needs, from food to bedding to a veterinary care and all of those items.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have, it happens around holidays where you can temporarily adopt a pet, and they really push this.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens with all the animal shelters in the ASPCA and not the ASPCA, the Humane Society. They really push this, where like for the holiday weekend, for Easter weekend, you stop by the shelter, you pick up your pet that you'd like to take home, and you return it Sunday evening or Monday morning.
Oh, how sweet.
You basically, it's like checking out a book or whatever.
Right.
You check out an animal and you give that a chance to have the animal go home and have a home life around your kids or anything like that. So what they did this year at Easter was, don't go out and buy a rabbit or chicks, bring one home, have fun with it on Easter, and then return to the shelter.
Right.
If you don't have a lot of money, they'll do that you can do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
But they ask for a donation in order for you to do this. If the animal requires medication or anything, they give you that medication. It is a really nice program that they do with this. It's incredible. The shelters do have what they call the cat room, where it's this nice room that's all set up with seating, chairs and couches to sit down, and the cats roam around to be socialized. You can take the dogs for walks. Some of the cats will go for walks. Even in the cat room, sometimes they'll bring in the bunnies. It's been known to do that. The chickens are kept outside.
Right.
We do have horses, other animals,
right.
That can be cared for. It's really interactive over there. They'll take a school. We'll take like 2 or 3 classrooms to come in to play with the animals, and they do it for like a 4-hour period. So half the school day, the kids come in and interact with with the animals. Now they are very selective with the animals.
Oh yeah, they have to be.
They can't be any aggressive or anything like that. But this is really a nice program, the way they have it set up here. It's in 4 of the counties that I know of that they have it set up.
Really nice.
It's advertised on television. It's advertised on Facebook, where you can do that. It's a temporary adoption.
But that's
I love that. They really push it at Christmas too.
Well, it's a great way for families that are interested in getting a pet, especially if they have small children, to see how the family itself
Mhm.
is going to be able to adjust to having a four-legged critter, around the house, whether it's a dog, a cat, a rabbit, a whatever.
Oh yeah. The
And I,
local fire department and sheriff's departments go in and adopt a dog and bring it
Mhm.
to the department for that little period of time every Christmas, which I think is really cool.
Mhm.
I like that. But
Yeah.
they're real big on taking the donations. They have their Amazon things wish list set up where you can send
Oh
it by
yeah.
Amazon. There's a Walmart wish list where you can send it by Walmart, and they have it set up too because we have Rural King and we have Tractor Supply. So we
Mhm.
can send it through them as well. So it's
Yeah.
cool. Catch up
Heidi
on your
said,
comment.
Heidi said, speaking of preserving, did you hear they brought back the dire wolf? Yes, I just saw something about that
Yes.
the other day on the Discovery Channel. And I think that that is awesome. In West Texas for I don't know how many years, we lost what's called the little brown bear. I don't know why he's called brown because really he's more black with just a little bit of he reminds me of a version of a black and tan Dotson as far as the coloring is concerned. But we used to have them out in West Texas. I mean, eons. Just they were there and then all of a sudden, whoop, they were gone. Well, they about 15 or so years ago, they started seeing them in just very, very remote. And when I say remote, I mean there are parts of West Texas that are nothing, they're not good for anything but goats. I'm not kidding you. It's nothing but rock and cactus and maybe mesquite. I mean, it's just all canyon life. And here they happen to find some of the little black bears, excuse me. And so they're coming back, but they really were lost to Texas for, I don't know, I guess at least 100 years. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, they were gone. Nobody knew where they went. They just, stopped migrating. They do come up from Mexico. So it's very possible that their migration route got changed or who knows what, like I said, again, man and evolution. But it's very nice to see that they are coming back. So that was nice to see about the dire wolf. Yes.
Oh yeah. We also have Southwestern Virginia Wildlife Foundation, which cares for injured
Yes.
wildlife
Mm-hmm.
and rehabilitates them to
Right.
be released back out in the wild. So you are able to donate to them as well. And now they try to keep their diet as best to what they're used to. They don't feed them kibble or anything like that.
No,
They
no.
get what they normally have. But the public can't just go in and work with the animals.
No, you have to be trained
No.
in those situations.
Right. But you can donate monetarily and things like that. Bandages, stuff like that, which is really cool.
Rita says, I miss animals. I miss to have a dog or a cat. One day I want to get the small Bichon Frise. Yes, that is the one I can have and not react to. I hear that.
A Bichon Frise is an adorable little dog.
Yes. That's right, little Carrie. She says, I'd love to have that problem, Froggy. It's sometimes hard to know for sure until you take them home.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct. Good morning, Rachel. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Thank you for joining us today. I love supporting sanctuary areas that, like you were saying, many times there are injured animals from the wild. They're brought there to be taken care of. Some of them can be rehabilitated and returned back to their natural habitat, but there are quite a few, or probably just as many, that will never be able to be re-released.
Right.
To be released, returned to their natural habitat. So they have to have a place to live.
Yes.
And so there, like I said, there are so many areas. It doesn't just have to be Heidi. My uncle used to take country drives and look for fresh roadkill for the wildlife sanctuary. They would take those for the animals. Absolutely.
Yes.
Hawks that are being rehabilitated. I've heard of eagle sanctuaries. Yes, fresh roadkill, part of their diet. Absolutely. So I would like to know if any of you participate in any of those kinds of programs. Do you occasionally drop off a bag of food to your local animal shelter? Do you?
Oh gosh, yeah.
I tell you what, another good way that you could also help, and that's being willing to pay for an adoption for someone. Just pull up your local animal shelter and say, I'm willing to donate $20 to the next adoption fee of someone, because adoption fees, depending on the age of the animal, the type of animal it is, they all fluctuate. And of course, they fluctuate from one area to another. So
your adoption fees are meant to cover your shots,
yes,
any veterinary services they received, care, medical care, and being spayed or neutered.
Right. So being willing to donate, even like I said, if it's $20, and you could earmark it specifically for someone who wants to adopt, but maybe they don't have enough money or all the money. Yes. Oh, Laura, where are you going, sweetheart? She says, I'm going to start walking downtown.
Be careful.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Also, our Humane Society here, which I had never seen before, but if you can prove your low income, they will provide you with your cat litter and your cat food or your dog food, and they will assist you with your veterinary bills to make sure that your pet is seen by a vet at least once per year.
Right.
And on an as-needed basis, which I find incredible.
Right.
Oh, you enjoy that,
Laura. You enjoy yourself, sweetheart.
And we have, it's a big bus, but they call it a van. Why they call it a van, I'll never know. It comes out quarterly, and they do $5 spay and neutering.
Right.
Which is incredible.
And see, that's where your donations go.
Yes.
If you're willing to monetarily support your local Humane Society, that's what that money pays for. And
the van, even though it's a bus that goes around and does the spay and neutering, is the students at the veterinary school practicing.
Right.
They don't hurt them. They're under supervision. But that's what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. But that's a great way for them to learn as well.
Yes.
So I just wanted to make y'all aware that Michelle says our school system has a very large 100-acre or so wood near the river. All children go to learn about the animals and their habitats. Older kids use it for credits in high school in classes like zoology. That's awesome. That really, really is.
Yeah, they have that over at Virginia Tech University. It's more than 100 acres, but local schools go there. They have a field trip over there, and they get to see how the farm animals are, different aspects of them biologically and everything.
Right.
I'm not going to go into details, but you can look it up. There are cows that have portholes in the sides of their body so they can see into their stomach. And yes, they're alive and they're grazing in the fields. It's incredible.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well,
I'm impressed with, I'm sorry, Maureen. I'm impressed with this area and the lengths they go to care for the animals.
Right.
Because it was never like that where I lived in Maryland.
Well, my youngest grandson, who's getting ready to graduate here in just under a month now, y'all. I can't believe he's old enough to graduate. But anyway, he's seesawing between two career choices that he wants. He's always wanted to be a Texas game warden. And we just found out that Angelo State University there in San Angelo has its own game warden program. And the nice thing about it is that just outside of San Angelo, up against the Angelo State Park there is a huge wildlife area in which they go and they get their hands-on experience
Nice.
with obviously the animals of the area, but also the grasses and, just general land management, that kind of thing. But I didn't know that was there.
That's cool.
Yes. And it is solely run on donations to the college earmarked for this program.
That's nice.
Yes, it really is. Like I said, we didn't find out about it until this last year when Warren was really looking at what college he wanted to go to specifically for this occupation, I guess you could say. Well, Carrie, I'm going to take a break here at the moment. If you could go ahead and read our devotional for today.
Froggy, will you do it?
I will.
Awesome. Okay.
My head's killing me.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
That's why I'm not hardly talking.
Well, I understand that. I understand.
Give me a minute.
Sure.
I got to figure out where I stuck my book. Which is funny.
Carrie, did you take your meds this morning?
I did.
Okay. Yes, she did, little Carrie.
Oh, it's right here in front of me.
Mhm.
If it was a
Snaky
Ma'am.
little shit.
Yeah. Okay. Lifestyle of gratitude. Give thanks in all circumstances. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18. I just read about university research concluding that those who are grateful on a regular basis are healthier mentally and physically. It's like going to the gym. You can't go just once a year and expect benefit. You've got to make it a habit. Living gratefully doesn't come naturally. It is a discipline we have to consider important enough to adopt, like having a daily quiet time or flossing our teeth. I find it amazing that studies actually prove thankful people are less envious and resentful. Grateful people sleep better, are physically more active, and have lower blood pressure. Guess I could stand a little more of that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There are perks to a lifestyle of gratitude. Dear Papa God, you are so good to me, and I don't thank you enough. Help me to see and count my blessings daily for a lifestyle of gratitude. Amen.
Amen. I do too. Good morning, Mama Gwen. Thank you for joining us today. So there are your little parades of hearts, but little Carrie's asking, do you need to add on some more migraine meds?
Oh, yeah, I'll take one when we're done.
Okay.
I've been steadily taking them while we're alive.
Oh, thank you. Mama Gwen says, oh my word, whose thumb is missing?
Oh, it
Thank
happened.
you, sweetie. Oh, Michelle, Rachel says that she's from Indiana, so she wants to know where in Indiana. She also says, besides humane shelters, we have the Black Pine Animal Shelter that takes in retired circus animals and
Nice.
other animals as well. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
And
Yeah, a lot of the service dog schools will take back their dogs.
yes,
Not
they
all
will.
of them, but a lot of them will take back their dogs when they retire.
That's right. Nami G is asking Carrie, she wants to see the front of your blanket, please. Just a sec, let me.
Per day.
Oh, look at that.
I love the color choices.
What pattern what blanket is that?
It's Odyssey from Anya from
Ophelia Talks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a very pretty blanket. It's one I have in my to-do list.
I would love to do that one too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, here you go, Naomi.
Pretty.
I'll show you. I'm show you mine and Maureen's.
Yeah,
This is the one that me and Maureen are doing.
that's the back.
Is it the back? Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you. This is the one that Maureen and I are doing.
Froggy's nearly caught up with me.
I am just a few rows,
Mm-hmm. It's called the Aztec.
but isn't that gorgeous?
And we're doing it in the exact same
love-
colors.
Yes, I copied off Maureen. I'm just saying. I copied off of her, but I loves it.
That's
I
okay.
love.
I'm
I'm
going to
holding
copy
it
off of
upside
both
down.
of you.
You didn't tell me. I was holding it upside down. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to go. There
I'm
it
going
is.
to copy off of both of you and get both of those.
I love this blanket. Ah, I love it.
Well, you know, my husband and I, we love all things Indian, Southwestern, anything that reminds us of our West Texas heritage. So, yeah. It is, I'll tell you here in just a minute. Oh, Michelle says her yarn for the Aztec will be here today.
Oh, you want to know whose pattern it is? Hang on.
Yes, it is Angela Ciraolo.
Mhm. It is a beautiful pattern.
It really is, yes.
I know they call it Aztec, but when I looked at it, I didn't think Aztec. I thought more Native American.
Right, right.
It is beautiful, Naomi. I love it. The yarn that Maureen and I are using is, I love this yarn in Peacock and in Dakota.
How many peacocks did you guys get?
I got 8 of Peacock and 8 Dakota. Maureen can tell you better.
No, Maureen can't because Maureen always come here, where are you?
I'll get 10 that way I have enough.
Oh, it's more than enough.
I don't know what.
Dakota.
My I don't know
Well,
what's going
Hobby
on.
Lobby it's not a sale week.
No. Guys, I'm going to jump out and come back in because my chat has just split right down the screen. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh.
Can you type that out, please? I didn't catch it.
Well, hang on.
Maureen,
Hey,
did you get the text with my bat?
Oh, she might have. I don't know. We'll wait till she comes back. Jet,
Maureen,
check your email.
Okay.
Maureen, did you get the text from Barbara with her bat?
No, I haven't looked yet.
Izzy says I'm on an activity with my kids, but when I'm done, I'll come back.
Oh, okay.
And Mama Gwen wants to know where she can get the pattern.
Off of Etsy.
Yes.
Do it again.
So it's week 2 of Ophelia Talks Crochet Along. Do you have a link, please? Sure, I
Hang
can
on.
do one.
You're going to get it? Okay. You're welcome, Carrie.
Thank you.
Gwen, just check your email.
Okay, that'll be fine, Izzy. I'm afraid to do anything on my touchpad here for the moment. So
Oh dear.
yeah, because twice it split my chat. You know what I mean? It like, chick. So
You're welcome, sweetie.
Ooh, I like this one.
Oh, what's that
Look
one?
at that.
Oh,
you're like me. You like it because of the colors.
send that to me.
Put that back up.
Uh-huh.
Yes, look at all of those.
Uh-huh. I need that. I need you to send me that.
Well, you know what our parents used to say, right?
What's that?
Want in one hand and poo in the
Spin
other.
around.
And see which
I
one
still
feels
need that
better.
link to that pattern you're showing.
Good
I know.
morning, Noe. Good
I
morning,
said
Noe.
it. Why am I big?
Because we
Because
wanted
I
to
wanted
see
you to
what you
show us
had on
the
your
pattern.
phone.
Yes, I
like-
know, doesn't it?
I
And
like
it's only
the
99 cents.
I like those Native American patterns.
Oh, I do too.
6 digital papers, 12 by 12. I'm adding this to cart.
I think it's what's bothering my head so bad today. Breaking down, taking a Nurtec.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Wow.
All I did was type in Aztec pattern.
Right.
Oh, they looked more Native American than Aztec.
This is pretty too.
Though, look at those. Wow. Now I know what to look for on Etsy instead of looking up Native American. Yeah, Jetton. Yeah, Carrie, I'm gonna need that link too. We got like taste. I'm just saying.
Froggy can send it to you because I just sent it to her.
Oh, good. I'll grab it and put it in the chat. Thank you.
Here's another one that it says.
Like, quit looking them up now.
This is, what?
You're gonna make me end up posting 20 links.
No, this is the last one. Digital download bundle, 30 plus Native American Aztec designs.
They're papers. They're not oh, it's tribal. That's beautiful.
Good morning, Julie. How are you doing, sweetie?
Hey,
Hi,
Jules.
Julie.
Hey, Jules. I'm dropping them. Why? Oh, my caps lock's on. I'm like, what is going on with me? And then I just realized my caps lock was on. All right. I found it. All right. This is the mosaic.
Oh, you're doing okay now? That's awesome, sweetheart. Mama Gwen said those are digital background, scrapbook paper.
Why didn't it come out?
Noe says that she's found 2 expensive hobbies, photography and crochet. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Laura, I just sent you a text. If you could respond to me, that would be 100% great.
I gotta shorten my link.
Okay.
I'm getting
If
it.
you remember, Laura's walking downtown to have lunch with a friend.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, so she may not be in the chat anymore.
Yeah, she's not. I'll call her.
Let's see if I can get this to fit.
Well, we don't want scrapbook paper. We want Aztec prints.
Yeah, I found the pattern. I'm just trying to get it to load because I got to shorten the link. The link's too long to put in the chat. Hang on.
Well, while everyone is waiting in anticipation for all these links, what will you be working on the rest of the day? Let's share with one another.
I'm going to finish this and then I'll start working on another doily.
Oh, awesome. Any particular pattern?
Yes. I don't know. I can't know where it is. I can't know.
Oh my.
Whoops.
Well, if any of you follow my mosaic journey for this year, I've been working on 4 blankets. I was sharing with Froggy this morning. I finally picked back up I'm going to be packing a bunch so I can see Miss Carrie this weekend for local yarn store day. Yay! Oh, that's going to be nice. I'm making an infant cardigan for a baby girl today. Oh, Mama Gwen. Hello, Cindy. How are you doing, sweetheart? I know. I saw that, Noe. Walmart is clearing out their yarns. Some of the premier yarns are $1.50. Now, that's only in Walmarts that are getting rid of their arts and crafts section, materials and that kind of thing. You'll be listening from the bushes. That's okay, sweetheart. Michelle is going to be working on the spring laced edge granny throw and drinking her coffee.
There you go. Now I got the pattern link to Etsy.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I had to shorten it.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a pain.
Yeah. But anyway, my calendar blanket. So there was a little faux pas. I don't know, folks, where I got off, but I was supposed to have a repeat section of 74 stitches. And somehow I ended up with 76.
Oh my.
So I finally sat down. I was in the right frame of mind now to go ahead and pick it up and see where my problem was. I never found it. I honestly never found it. So I had to rip out 8 rows of the February section. I went all the way back to January where it finished off and started with February. And I'm a rocking and a rolling. So I don't know where the problem was. And I know sometimes we can fudge, just a little bit. But I was afraid of if I chose a particular spot in the repeat pattern to just fudge, that it might mess up the design a little later on. Because I'm not that experienced with mosaic still. I don't know when to kind of pick up or add a stitch and it not mess up the pattern. So I just took it back. I just took it all the way back to February and just let it go. I think in my own defense and analysis of myself that I must have worked 2 stitches in one somewhere a couple of times, but even by turning the blanket on the back side where I could look at it, because this is not a double-sided pattern. I'm not doing it that way. You can, but I'm not. I could not, even by taking my tapestry needle and looking at each stitch, I couldn't tell where I dropped a stitch, added a stitch. I mean,
oh dear.
It was crazy. So no, it wasn't disappointing. No, I didn't, Sam. That's what I'm saying. I never found out where I had added a couple of extra stitches. And it was right there in the 74 pattern repeat. And the funny thing is, you could tell it right off in the very first 74 stitches.
Mm.
And that's not counting, your starting single crochet and your ending single crochet. Those you don't count, they just kind of lock in your ends.
Yeah.
Nope, not counting those either. So the best thing I could do was just to bite the bullet. And I did last night. I just sat there and I untied, ripped, rolled it up, untied, ripped, and rolled it up. But like I said, it was only 8 rows. I know that's a lot of work, but I'm almost back to where I was. So I should be able to move on forward and not be so, when you mess up a pattern, it gets frustrating.
Right.
And I feel like that it also shows in your stitch, when you're trying to crochet, that you can, or at least for me, I can definitely tell how my mood was when I go back and look at the progress on a project. I can tell when I was enjoying what I was doing, and I can tell where I was either my mind was fixated on something else and not paying attention to what I was doing and truly enjoying the moment of being able to crochet. I mean, I can tell it. And yeah, that would have been a very unhappy February section if I'd continue on. So just best to rip and repeat.
And well, it's awful because, when there's a mistake in there and then you start crocheting again, you start having problems with your tension.
Yes. Most definitely.
That's what happened.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
No, that's okay.
We've been having issues with Jason's phone and getting doctor's appointments and stuff, and they've been calling him for a month trying to schedule him.
Oh, goodness.
And they got smart and just called me, and so he scheduled today at 1:00.
It happens.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it happens. Well, I'm glad some of you have some projects that you're going to be working on. Like I said, I'll be working more on my calendar blanket, trying to get caught up to where I'm supposed to be, folks. I mean, I'm just now getting on to February, and May's just around the corner. So
what calendar blanket are you working on?
It is the calendar. It's a crochet along. She puts out the pattern for free once a month. It is by, come on, don't jump like that, Nikki's Handmade Crafts.
And so it's just different stitches?
Yes, and different patterns. Like January was snowmen and snowflakes. February was cupids and little arrows.
So it's a mosaic.
Yes, it is a mosaic. March was leprechaun hats and little mugs and 4-leaf clovers. April was bunny rabbits and carrots. And then the 1st of May, she will be dropping the apron pattern. May pattern, which is 3 different designs of flowers with grass and then the background. Now, her blanket is made in the 4 colors of white, blue, red, and green. And I'm doing, for my blanket, I've always got to do something different. I'm doing for my calendar blanket colors that I like to associate with the month. So Noe says she's going to be editing photos from last night. Well, that's going to be nice. Can't wait to see those.
That'll be fun.
Here. Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad that many of you are going to have some things to work on. Any exciting plans for the weekend?
Yes, I'm going to Boise.
You're going to Boise? And
That'll be
I
fun.
am. This is a little
Mhm.
scary.
yes, that's going to be
We're
so much
going
fun.
up tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow, and that way we're there on Saturday, and I can have good rest. But it's local yarn store day tomorrow or Saturday,
Oh, that is so
and I
nice.
think it's across America because somebody else was saying their yarn store was doing it too. So
That is really nice.
so we're going to spend the afternoon at Three Loves, which is one of the local yarn stores in her area.
That's nice.
It is nice.
Noe says our local camera shop hosts photo shoot events. That's great. Oh, Amy, family craft day with this Saturday for me and her sisters.
No,
Well-
nothing else than squeezing hubby a teeny bit.
Well-
Yeah, you're going to be happy to have him home, aren't you, sweetheart?
I'm going to a convention on Saturday.
I was going to say.
It's called Screamiverse, and it is a horror sci-fi convention, and I am super excited.
Oh,
I
Sam,
can't wait.
that is so awesome. It's a long weekend for us here. Today is Anzac Day. I hope I said that right. When we give thanks for the service of our fallen. That is
Yeah.
wonderful. That is so wonderful. I'm sure it's kind of like our Memorial Day that we have at the end of May and our Veterans Day. That's really sweet, Sam. I know y'all are going to enjoy that. Yeah, I think I understood what you meant, Rita. After you get through loving on hubby just a little bit, you're going to be sewing on material.
Don't sew a hubby.
Hello, Jolene. How are you? MS Walk on Saturday in Tampa. Oh, that's
Nice.
great.
Nice.
You know, I don't mind doing the
Hi,
marathon,
Jolene.
but I'm not into running. Yeah. This little potato says, I might roll, but I ain't going to run.
Like that butt says no running allowed.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And my niece can testify to that.
Right. That's what my problem is. Like I said, I can walk, and I've gotten to where I can walk longer now without my lower back killing me, so to speak, but not walk as much as I would like to, but at least I can do it in short spurts. Exactly, Jolene. No running. No running. Services at dawn, parades, and then later they play 2-Up, a gambling game that is illegal all year except on Anzac Day. Oh, and we make Anzac cookies. Oh, that is so nice. And especially to get to do something that is illegal but is legal for one day of the year, I bet that's a lot of fun.
I bet it is.
Well, I want to go ahead and say thank you to each and every one of you for spending some time with us today. I do hope that you have an enjoyable rest of your day. So we're going to go ahead and end just a little bit early so that you have enough time to get up and move around for a few minutes and get settled back in to watch your next favorite YouTuber who may be going live. Now, I don't know who's going live just yet, but I'm sure with this being Thursday that there is someone that you can find to go ahead and go join. So, Froggy, if you'll start us off.
I want y'all to stay safe, be kind to one another. Don't forget to catch Southern Sisters on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern over at my channel and Happy Yarning.
Carrie?
I just have to say, Rita says, if you ever see me running, then you better run faster than me. Anyway,
I agree with you, Rita.
Take care. And remember, one random act of kindness can change the world. Love you.
And please remember as well, always be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. Again, thank you all so much for being here. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow at Carrie's house at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and you figure it out from there. Love you guys.
9 Mountain and 8 Pacific.
There you go. Love y'all.
Love y'all.